Okay, so we're going to show you how to make our Char Siu pork here at the shop. We're actually going to make sure we turn on our oven and preheat it to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. But here is our protein. We're going to remove the flap side. This is the one closest to the hind leg, and into manageable pieces. And we want it skin side up. And for here, we're going to score and remove the rib bones as best as you can. Follow along the bone and just scrape with your knife. And then make sure it's pointing towards up and to scrape into the bones. I didn't really do a good job here because I didn't realize the camera was not pointing correctly. And then we're going to actually remove parts of the bones here into manageable pieces. There you go. We're actually going to cook this with the actual belly itself. There we go. And then there's a little sliver part here still where the cartilage is at. We're going to remove that as well. And we're going to put it with all this stuff. So anyway, here is the belly side now. This is like the best part of it, the most consistent part. Into manageable pieces again, skin side up. And this is the one towards the shoulder to the front, the thicker side. Once you get it to over here though, we are then going to start our marinade. So this is just dark soy sauce and regular soy sauce and a white vinegar. Essentially just your seasoning part of the master stock, and I'll explain exactly what that is in a second. And as you see here, this is my master stock. So when it first began, you add all your spices, the same liquor component, and then all the juices that comes out of the pork. You just keep on reusing it. And you see this one has been with me since 2021. You want to save the fat, and I use that for the bowls anyway. And all of this collagen looking thing is exactly that. All the fat renderings of the pork and all the spices and the liquid seasoning. You want to use just all the collagen part, and you see here is where the bits and stuff is at. You don't want that. Now, if you're doing it at the house, since I use this on a weekly basis, it's fine to stay on my fridge, but maybe for you, you might want to keep it into your freezer. So we're going to braise this for an hour and a half. Once the timer kind of goes up, we are then going to rotate. So the things at the bottom need to go to the top needs to go to the bottom, etc. This is so the liquid has a chance to penetrate into the protein as much as possible. And we're going to return it into the oven again. From here though, we're just going to cook it for another hour and a half. However, the last 30 minutes of it, we are then going to turn off the oven and just let it cool down slowly. And then again, we want things that didn't hit the liquid to hit the liquid. So we're going to rotate and submerge as much as possible. And then we're going to let it cool again for about 10 minutes. And then from here, we're going to remove the protein into the sheet tray to cool down completely till about another 20 minutes. There's a lot of cooling and resting. And this is the master stock again and again. You just keep on reusing it. And then from here, I'm just going to clean up. Look at the mess I made. And you can see here the little rib bones. You're just going to remove the meat because I use this for my rice bowls. So we're just going to go through it and save the meat. Deboned the rib bones. So this is pretty much the cartilage. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just a little chewy, but you can eat it. So usually this is what I would snack on as my treat. So, you know, delicious. Okay, so it's time to do the pork. It has rested over a day now. And essentially what we're going to do is we're going to remove the skin. We're going to save it for the stock. So we finished slicing off all the skins, and then we're gonna save it like I mentioned. It's gonna go into the broth, the tonkotsu. However, to slice this, and here's where it gets tricky. These two are on the hind part, so they're thinner, right? But these, which are like pretty much on the shoulder part on the front, are much thicker. These two are the ones right in between the belly. So these are like, this is where you want to be. So when you cut the stuff, these needs to be a little thicker than these. These needs to be normal, and these needs to be in between this and that. Okay, so this is the thinner part, right? There's two of them, these two. Here's what I like to do. The grain is going this way. So I'm gonna cut it right in half. Okay? I'm gonna flip it on the cut side, and okay. Let's get the mise en place together. So I have the plastic going, and here's what I mean by you have to cut it a little thicker. Like about that thick. Okay? Make sure you have a knife that actually is long enough to do the slicing motion, because we don't want to hack the protein. We want it to glide and slice. I think that's what people kind of mistake when they're slicing stuff. I'm not doing a jagged motion. I'm trying to just do it all in one fluid slice. Like so. Okay? And from here, and we'll do it again. One slice. That goes in there. They dotted and done. But we're gonna rifle through the entire thing. But that's how I do the cutting process of this. Okay, so this is how it looks like after we've sliced it all. Again, these two are the smallest part of the animal. So these are a little thicker than usual. This and this one is right by the rib area, literally by the belly, the best part of it, right? And this is by the shoulder. It's a little tougher. I have the other part over there resting because I need that for tonight. But other than that, all that's left to do is day dot these. So pork. I'm gonna do that for all of them and put it into the refrigerator. This one specifically will go in the freezer. This will go into stock when I make the tonkotsu again. So that's how we do our Char Siu pork.